associate's degree, 60 hours towards a bachelor's degree, and certifications in nursing, welding, construction, criminal justice, computer technology, and so much more.
Raymondville ISD. It all starts here.
I'm Jeff Davis. When you're in a serious accident with a commercial vehicle, the big companies don't just roll over and write you a check. A big accident with a big truck means a big fight. We don't just roll over and take their first offer.
We recently settled a wrongful death case for $5 million as a result of a commercial vehicle accident involving a drunk driver.
So if you've been involved in a big accident with a big truck, stop what you're doing right now and call the Ford. Call me at 444-4444. That's 956-444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
You know where to find me?
FM 100, KTAX.
It's your favorite radio station.
It's the way I get to you.
Nothing like a great song.
And there's nothing like country music.
Number 1 for South Texas country, FM 100, KTAX.
First thing in the morning
and last thing at night.
South Texas country, FM 100, KTAX.
Best songs, the biggest artists,
all in one place.
FM 100, KTAX.
We'll see you there.
Time now 6:01. Disaster declarations now in effect over the release of COVID-positive migrants into the valley. What we know this morning.
Right now, the search is on for a hit-and-run driver accused of killing a pregnant woman. Details still ahead.
In moderate to heavy rainfall in parts of the valley this morning, I'm tracking for you the latest track and timing and who's going to get rained on as the morning goes on. Coming up in just a bit, Channel 5 News This Morning continues right now.
Live from the Valley's News Channel, this is Channel 5 News This Morning.
Hey there, good morning, and thank you for waking up with us on Channel 5 News This Morning. I'm Trey Sedana.
And I'm Sandra Rodriguez. Well, happening right now, a disaster declaration now in effect in Hidalgo County.
Yeah, that's right. So Judge Richard Cortez actually signed it yesterday in response to the threat of COVID-19 positive migrants crossing the border. Now, Cortez says that this order targets migrants who are in the country legally seeking asylum, but are being released by immigration officials in quote-unquote high volumes. Now, the declaration is in effect until Sunday, but we're told it could be extended. We'll keep you posted. And McAllen's mayor also issued a local disaster declaration, but this one's actually separate from Hidalgo County.
The mayor says a lot of people are crossing, but there aren't a lot of places to house them in. Channel 5's Thundi Verma has more.
2 incidents in 1 week, first in La Jolla, then in Weslaco. Migrants who tested positive for COVID-19 being housed in hotels in each city. At the end of the week, after a meeting between Weslaco city officials and Catholic Charities agreed to increase health and safety measures to ensure COVID-positive migrants remain in quarantine.
And they're putting some controls to try to put somebody in there to make sure that when they are in a motel room, that there's somebody there to supervise them.
In McAllen, where the Migrant Respite Center is located, Mayor Javier Villalobos says their rate of COVID-positive migrants has been steadily increasing.
It used to be about 4%, went up to about 7-8%, and now we're at about 15%.
The governor's executive order last week restricting transportation of migrants due to COVID-19. The mayor says they have fewer options to keep up with the rising numbers.
What the governor said, look, unless you're a governmental entity, you pretty much cannot or should not transport the immigrants. And what that does, it puts us kind of in a pickle because we were depending on other contractors to transport.
Villalobos adding that transportation and logistics have cost the city over $100,000 on migrants.
That's $106,000 that we should spend on public safety, on fire protection, police protection, on streets.
With the respite center going from receiving a few hundred people a day to overcapacity last week, the mayor says they have no idea where to put people.
We don't know what we're going to do, where we're going to send. Keep on asking the federal government, the president, the Congress, the Senate to do something.
Catholic Charities was unable to speak to us today, but Executive Director Sister Norma did tell Channel 5 last week that they've been putting COVID-positive migrants up in hotels for over a year. Thundi Verma, Channel 5 News.
Well, Cameron County Judge Eddie Trevino has not issued a disaster declaration, but he is calling on the Biden administration to improve the removal process of migrants who don't qualify for asylum. The judge, along with the Texas Border Coalition, appealing directly to the Homeland Security Secretary for help. They're also calling on Border Patrol to work with local communities and humanitarian support organizations, saying if local officials ask Border Patrol to hold off on releasing migrants to support groups or to stop releasing COVID-positive migrants, their request should be granted.
And that request comes as more than 100 new COVID infections were reported in 4 immigration facilities in Cameron County. Now, 102 cases reported over a 3-day period, the outbreaks involving mostly children and teenagers. And we're still waiting to see what a federal judge decides to do regarding Governor Greg Abbott's executive order. Now, it would allow state police to stop drivers suspected of transporting migrants. The order was issued last week after a migrant family infected with COVID-19 was caught dining out at a Whataburger in La Jolla. Now, on Monday, the Biden administration asked a federal judge in El Paso to block the order. We'll let you know as soon as the decision is announced.
Meanwhile, Title 42 will remain in place. That gives federal agents the authority to reject some migrants who turn themselves in after crossing the border illegally. DHS says Title 42 is not an immigration policy, but rather a public health order in place to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Well, some moderate to heavy rainfall throughout most of the valley. Well, most of the western part of the valley this morning. The eastern part of the valley hasn't seen too much activity, but that could change, especially as the afternoon starts to roll around and into this evening. But right now, the heavy stuff focused in Starr County, that Hidalgo County, Starr County line, and then starting to get into the Edinburgh area. So let's zoom in just a little bit, taking off the lightning here. La Victoria getting hit pretty hard. If you need to head on Business 83 or from I-2 onto 83 from Rio Grande City, from Roma, you're going to have to give yourself some extra time. The rain rate right now at about 3 inches per hour, which means it is coming down in sheets. Now, the good news is this isn't sticking together. It's starting to die out just a little bit, but slowly but surely. These are very slow moving storms, so the yellow light for your drive to work forecast throughout the morning, it's hit or miss. Not everyone's going to get rained on today, and not everyone's going to see a shower for your morning commute. And the same possible for your evening commute, but into the evening commute, those rain chances going up, about a 30% chance of rain by then. Couple showers, storms, maybe the brief heavy downpour. We'll talk about it. I have the latest track and timing for you coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Cecilia. Well, the search is on this morning for a hit-and-run driver who allegedly killed a pregnant woman and her unborn baby.
Yeah, it's such a tragic story, actually. So this happened in Edinburgh Sunday night near Economides High School. Now, DPS tells us that 18-year-old Lorena Perez ran into some car trouble. She was on the side of the road filling up her car when a pickup truck slammed into her and another woman. Now, that woman survived, but Perez and her unborn baby died at the hospital. Her family tells us she had just had her baby shower last week, and her due date was just a couple of weeks away.
They killed her and her baby, 8 months old, 8 months. And I mean, we're devastated. She was one of the good girls. She was one of the ones, so sweet, so nice, so caring. And she was just waiting for that baby.
Well, the family's message to the driver this morning is simple.
Do the right thing and turn yourself in. Just turn yourself in. Give us closure, because you've taken a lot from us. You've destroyed us.
All right, now take a look at your screen. This is not the suspect's truck, but it is similar to the one authorities are looking for. It's a light gold Chevy Silverado. It'll likely have a broken front right bumper headlamp and a broken passenger side mirror. If you know anything, call DPS at 956-565-7600.
Well, let's get you caught up to speed on traffic this morning. But before that, I wanted to show you where all of the rain is. Right now, 83 coming out of Rio Grande City or going to Rio Grande City is going to give you some problems, because where you're seeing the blue shading, that's where water is starting to pool. So look at La Victoria. You're already starting to see some slowdowns on 83 just to the south of La Victoria. Everyone else, even where you have the green shading, which is where roads are wet, not looking too bad. Take another look at that without the radar and without the road weather index. So already starting to see those slowdowns in the La Jolla area as well. Zoom out just a bit. No major slowdowns, but then let's head on down to the McAllen-Farr area. Things are looking good there throughout that Farr interchange. We could start to see some rain within the next 30 minutes to an hour in this area, so give yourself some extra time. Harlingen to Raymondville will take you about 17 minutes. Harlingen to Brownsville about 22 minutes this morning, and Harlingen to McAllen 28 minutes. If you have an accident to report, you can always call us 956-968-5555. Be safe out there.
Cecilia, thank you. Well, today marks 2 years since the El Paso, that is, Walmart shooting.
23 people were killed when a gunman walked into the store and opened fire on unsuspecting shoppers. The suspect still behind bars this morning awaiting trial. However, no trial date has been set. The El Paso Chamber says they plan to honor the 23 victims of the tragedy by flashing their star on the mountain 23 times. Officials say the event will be live streamed tonight at 8:30 p.m. on their Facebook page.
Well, still ahead on Channel 5 News this morning, the suspect wanted in a deadly road rage shooting after a Houston Astros baseball game has now turned himself in. More on the case coming up.
And thousands of people experiencing a travel nightmare after 2 airlines cancel hundreds of flights. Details a little later in our newscast.
You're watching the Valley's News Channel with Trey Serna, Sandra Rodriguez, and First Warn 5 weather with meteorologist Cecilia Gutierrez. This is Channel 5 News This Morning.
Find your new Chevy today at Fiesta Chevrolet, like a 2021 Silverado Crew Cab, now just $38,795, or save with 0 for 72 plus make no payments this summer during the Chevy Open Road event at Fiesta Chevrolet in Edinburgh. Legalese.
Shop Jackson Street Market Days, antiques, plants, and collectibles. First Saturday of every month. Great bargains, live music, and lots of fun. Please remember to wear your face masks. Shop Jackson Street Market Days in downtown Harlingen.
Fresh out of law school, I was asked to represent insurance companies and big corporate interests. I couldn't bring myself to work against individuals and hardworking people. Luckily, the values instilled in me by my father led me in a different direction.
Son, one day you will be a giant for this community.
I'm Alex Begum, the law giant, and I've represented thousands of Texas families in the courtroom. If you've been injured, call me right now.
At Rio Grande City Gruya ISD, we believe in the beauty of dreams.
We give our students the tools they need to reach whichever dream they choose to pursue.
Academics, UIL, extracurricular activities. The options are endless and nothing is impossible.
We're with our students every step of the way and strive to turn their dreams into reality.
Every student matters.
Every moment counts.
At Rio Grande City Gruya ISD, we offer experiences of a lifetime.
Your RGV-FC Toros are back at HEB Park and ready to take on San Antonio FC. Join us Sunday, August 8th at 7:30 p.m. for an action-packed night sponsored by Puma. The first 500 fans get a free Puma Rally towel. Arrive early for pregame happy hour deals at the 360 Bar. Enjoy $3 beers and margaritas on the rocks, plus $10 tacos and tequila and $3 loaded potato wedges. It's great food and great fun for the whole family with the Toros at HEB Park. Get your tickets at rgvfc.com or at the HEB Park box office. Vamos Toros!
Take it to the next level in the truck built to keep you one step ahead. A 2021 Sierra Crew Cab. And save $6,100 off MSRP at Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburgh. Legalese.
First Warn 5 weather is supported by Davis Law Firm. Now, First Warn 5 weather with meteorologist Cecilia Gutierrez.
Well, 6:13 this morning, grab the umbrella. It's not raining everywhere this morning, and it's not going to rain everywhere this morning, but already seeing those showers and storms pop up, mainly staying in Starr County. And if you live in Starr County, you've noticed that it's been raining for quite some time. It's been raining for about an hour, maybe even an hour and a half, and that's because as a whole system, there's not a lot of movement to this, not a lot of what we call steering motion. So we need that steering flow to start to get going, but it's not going to because this is coming off of a stationary front. So expect the rain throughout most of the morning hours. For everyone else, though, mainly dry conditions. Edinburgh starting to see some showers, and just north of Texas 107 starting to see one little bullseye there. So some moderate to heavy rainfall as the morning goes on. That will be the trend. Zoom in to that Starr County, Hidalgo County line. sunshine. And this is where things are really starting to get going, seeing all of the lightning there. If you look out to your west, if you live in McAllen, Mission, look out to your west, you're going to start to see that lightning. Now, this might not make it to McAllen and Mission and Citrus City and Alton, but this will keep going for at least the next 30 minutes, starting to die down slowly but surely, but you will get that brief heavy downpour, and current temperatures helping keep these showers and storms alive because we are unstable, and those temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, low 80s for a lot of people. As the day goes on, not everyone's going to get rained on. The sun will once again make its appearance. So once we mix in that sunshine, we start to heat right back up to the upper 90s. The showers, the storms, a possibility, but we need to watch out for that heat index. So once again, we factor in the humidity with the heat. That not only gives us the ingredients for showers and storms, but it gives us the ingredients for some pretty hot heat index values. 108 is what it'll feel like by 4 p.m. if you're not getting rained on. And the thunderstorm forecast mix in that heat and humidity starts to go up in the late part of the afternoon and even into the overnight hours. So you want the umbrella this morning, you want the umbrella this afternoon, and the sunglasses in between those showers and storms. But your drive to work forecast, yellow light throughout the board, because not everyone's going to get rained on again, but you still have that possibility. Here's why: that stationary front giving us just enough instability, just enough convergence this morning. But future track suggesting that by 9 a.m. we're pretty much done with the rain. It's once we get to daytime heating, 2 p.m. even into 3, 4, 5, 6 p.m. that's when we start to see the big event. Looking out to the west and the southwest for that, this is 7 p.m. this evening and then into tonight. So how much rain? Well, the most rain's going to most likely fall in Starr County. So that's where we're looking at for that flash flood threat under that marginal risk scale of 1 to 4. That's a 1. We need to watch out for the locally heavy rainfall, the minor street flooding, that nuisance flooding in low-lying areas, and the strong storms are a possibility. Seeing those strong storms this morning already. This isn't the only day. We need to keep the umbrella around for the next couple of days, but by your weekend, mainly dry conditions. We'll continue tracking that for you. That's your First Warn 5 AccuWeather forecast.
Come to Rio Hondo ISD, home of a small teacher-to-student ratio, individualized instruction, and a family-friendly atmosphere. Home of academic excellence, challenging sports, and an outstanding music program. We invite students to come and explore their future in an innovative, interactive, and engaging environment. We prepare our students to be workforce ready with high expectations, innovation, and strong industry partnerships. Rio Hondo ISD, creating pathways and opportunities to success. Come home to Rio Hondo ISD, your bridge to a brighter future.
The hardest part isn't saying goodbye to a child you've championed throughout his time in foster care. It isn't speaking up for his needs in court. It isn't working together with social workers and family members toward a common goal. It isn't learning how to advocate for a child and help him navigate the system. The hardest part is deciding to make a difference. Every child has a chance. It's you. Visit becomeacasa.org and sign up to become a volunteer.
Subway has so much new, I couldn't fit it all in the last ad.
Yep, so let me finish this. There's new hickory smoked bacon, fresh mozzarella, smashed avocado. You know what? There's a lot, but it all makes a better footlong.
Can I get a word in?
Sure, take the tagline.
Because you got to refresh to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new Turkey Cali Fresh is incredible. Do you even eat bread? Steph, it's a commercial.
Welcome back. Well, new developments this morning in a deadly road rage shooting in Houston. Now, last month, a teenager was shot and killed after an Astros game. And now, the man police say pulled the trigger has turned himself in. Brooke Taylor has more.
Anything you have to say to the Castro family?
Masked up, walking silently, and ignoring my questions. Gerald Williams put in handcuffs and arrested almost 1 month after 17-year-old David Castro was killed.
He vehemently, from day one, from speaking with me, has said he's innocent and that he did not shoot and kill anyone.
Houston police say Williams was driving a white Buick on July 6th when he was involved in a road rage incident with Castro's father. Castro was driving his 2 sons home from the Astros game when he exchanged hand gestures with the driver. Well, not long after, police say the driver fired shots into their truck, killing the 17-year-old passenger. Police say they received over 100 tips, something Paul Castro is thankful for.
And that came in because y'all were touched by this story and you could see your own children in my son.
One of those tips led police to the white Buick. The court records show someone found a sales ad for a car that looked identical to the suspects. Police were able to track down the seller, who led them to Williams. According to the documents, officers later found that car a street away from Williams' home torched. Williams, no stranger to law enforcement. In 2008, he was convicted for robbing 2 Family Dollar stores and sentenced to 13 years behind bars. But despite his checkered past, Quanell X says Williams did not kill Castro and has an alibi.
That he was present at a party, at a gathering of many friends and strangers with whom he may not have even known that can put him at that party at the very time of the shooting.
Police say they're not buying it. Chief Troy Finner has this message to the community.
We will not stand by and allow people to brutally murder and harm our citizens and do nothing about it. We're going to stand strong as a police department.
Well, still to come, Simone Biles is back in the Summer Games, the latest from the Tokyo Olympics when we come back.
And some heavy rainfall this morning in the valley, mainly in Starr County. And Starr County happens to be under that flash flood threat for the rest of the day on the low end of this. But I have the latest track and timing on this evening's rain event coming up in just a bit.
What do you mean get it while it's hot? That's right, our hot summer package deals save you money. Get a set of 17-inch tires for only $360 or a set of 16-inch tires for only $320 smackaroos. Dance!
When I first came in to see Texas Federal, the process was awesome. I was greeted with a smile. My paperwork was done very quickly. I was able to see a medical provider, get my imaging and physical medicine done within that same week. Texas Federal helped me get my claim approved, provide the proper paperwork, and get back to work in a timely manner.
Find us at one of our 9 locations throughout Texas, proudly serving Border Patrol, ICE, Customs, U.S. Postal Services, and Department of Homeland Security. Texas Federal Health and Rehab, superior healthcare for America's elite.
Mom, the AC man is coming!
You don't have to chase after us. At Colair, we're offering 0% financing for 72 months on a new AC system for your home. Call Colair today and breathe easy with Colair.
At Edinburgh CISD, we ignite your child's imagination by providing an all-day pre-K program with certified teachers who care about making sure your child succeeds. We offer high-quality instruction, latest technology for all students, after-school programs, and much more. Enroll now online at register.ecisd.us. Edinburgh CISD is the place to be.
The truck from behind was pushing me out of the lane, you know? But there was another ride beside us. When I tried to slow down, he kept going. Like we were nothing. Can you imagine that?
I can imagine that. Here is what is next. I am Lena Ochoa. When we stand for you, people will know your case is serious, important, and deeply personal. Tell us your story.
We're the Garcia and Ochoa Law Firm.
What do you mean get it while it's hot? That's right, our hot summer package deals save you money. Get a set of 17-inch tires for only $360 or a set of 16-inch tires for only $320 smackaroos. Dance!
Now, First Warn 5 weather with meteorologist Cecilia Gutierrez.
Well, 6:23 on your Tuesday morning, we are talking about rain this morning. We have 2 flood advisories for the southeastern part of Starr County and then the southwestern part of Hidalgo County. And these 2 flood advisories in effect until 8:15 this morning. Any showers and storms you run into today going to look just like this. This is setting the mood for the rest of the day. Very slow movers, starting to die down just a bit. But because they're moving so slow and they tend to drop those brief heavy downpours at times, That's why we have this flood advisory. So everyone else looking pretty clear right now. Edinburgh, I-69C, both north and southbound, starting to get some rain. So if you're going to head that way, start your morning commute and you got to go that way, give yourself some extra time. But most of the rain on that Starr County, Hidalgo County borderline, notice how it's starting to die down. It's starting to spread out just a bit, but you still have those pockets where you have that heavy rainfall. And that's what we need to be careful for as the morning goes on throughout 83 over there and into I-2. So temperatures upper 70s, low 80s. That's going to keep us fairly warm throughout the day, already off to that warm start, and then just continuing to heat up. About 96 degrees by 4 p.m. The showers, the storms, a possibility. Don't let the rain fool you. You factor in the humidity with the heat because the sun will make its appearance. We're going to get those feels like temperatures right back into the triple digits by noon. These are the temperatures you have to dress for if you're not running into a shower or storm by then. But the heat, the humidity, keeping that thunderstorm forecast pretty high, isolated this morning, but then into the afternoon, daytime heating pops us right back up to scattered and then numerous by this evening and into tonight. You need the umbrella this morning. You're going to need it for this afternoon. I would just keep it around, grab it, keep it in your car, take it to work, because the likelihood of you running into a shower or storm is getting pretty high into the afternoon hours. We're talking around 4 or 5 p.m., 40 to even 50% chance of rain. So your drive to work forecast, yellow light throughout the board. And here's why: that stationary front just continuing to give us enough instability, enough convergence to have those showers and storms pop up. And notice they're coming from the west and the southwest, and that's exactly where the stationary front is sitting right now. So we're looking at by 9 a.m. future track suggesting that we stay mostly clear. Can't roll out the stray shower or two by then, but notice as daytime heating starts to occur by 2 p.m. we're starting to spread out in coverage with that rain. A couple of bullseyes on the board, so the rumbles of thunder possibility by 4, 5, even into 6 p.m. This is where we can really see those brief heavy downpours, the strong storms starting to come alive by 7. So moderate risk or marginal risk for that flash flood threat. 4-star county scale of 1 to 4. This is a 1. It's on the low scale, but we still need to watch out for that locally heavy rainfall, the strong thunderstorms, that nuisance flooding, and the minor street flooding, especially if you get those downpours. So grab the umbrella, keep it around for the next couple of days. Temperatures will stay in the 90s, and we'll continue tracking that for you. That's your First Warn 5 AccuWeather forecast.
All right, thank you, Cecilia. Well, now to the Tokyo Olympics. More golds for Team USA.
And Simone Biles making a comeback. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
This morning, star athlete Simone Biles is back on the Olympic medal podium, taking home the bronze for balance beam. China awarded the gold and silver. Simone's routine was nearly flawless, except for one wobble, finishing with a double pike dismount. Once finished, every beam competitor hugged her. She withdrew from the team final a week ago and then one by one each individual event, vault, bars, and floor. Instead, taking on the role of team cheerleader, making room for some of the other members of Team USA to shine, including Jade Carey, who won gold in the floor routine. Carey giving her dad, who's also her coach, a huge hug.
It means everything to me to have my dad here. We've been working so hard for this together.
And another show of support and sportsmanship.
It was a surreal feeling.
American Isaiah Jewett tumbling to the ground after Botswana's Nigel Amos accidentally tripped him in their 800-meter heat. Jewett helping Amos to his feet, putting his arm around him. The two finishing the race together.
We just started jogging in together and we just crossed the line.
Staying on the track, Brittany Reese with the massive leap to take silver in the women's long jump. In the men's 400-meter, Michael Norman placing second to advance in the finals. On the court, Team USA men's basketball beating Spain, advancing for a shot at a gold medal. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
One local organization known for helping migrant families is looking to expand. That story still ahead.
Plus, thousands of people experiencing a travel nightmare after 2 airlines cancel hundreds of flights. That story when we come back.
It's the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
I was stopped at a light when a truck rear-ended me, sending me crashing into another car. I injured my neck and shoulder and was unable to work. I called the force. Jeff Davis fought the insurance company and helped get me back on my feet. When my case settled, I received $300,000, which helped pay off my medical bills and cover my lost income. It's really true. When you call the fours are with you.
I'm Jeff Davis, the Fours lawyer. Call me at 444-4444. That's 444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
Delicious pizza on dough made fresh daily. New and classic games everyone loves. The post-match celebration. They're all made to be shared. Like our tasty 2 for $22 deal. Get 2 large, 1-topping handcrafted pizzas for just $22. Peter Piper Pizza. Pizza made fresh, families made happy.
Looking for a better virtual education experience for your child than you had last year? Nationally ranked South Texas ISD is excited to offer true virtual learning for students in grades 6 through 9 for the 2021-2022 school year. Through the new STISD Virtual Academy, students can continue learning 100% virtually from home while receiving instruction and individualized support from certified teachers. With STISD, students can find their place in the community through social and extracurricular activities. This option is free to students, and all equipment and resources will be provided. Now enrolling.
The sun is out and the beach is open. Time to dive into a new, I said return to. Looks like Paradise is back. Bachelor in Paradise, season premiere Monday, August 16th on ABC.
Save with 0 for 72, available on Buick SUVs at Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburgh, like this 2021 Buick Encore, or drive one for just $22,995 from Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburgh. Valley Gus.
Looking for great sleep at a great price? Then Denver Mattress has you covered. And during the 4-day super sale, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Your time now, 6:31. Vaccination rates are going up in some areas, but doctors worry it's not fast enough as some hospitals are out of ICU beds. The latest coming up.
And local health officials are noticing a spike in breakthrough infections. More fully vaccinated people are now testing positive for COVID-19. The details straight ahead.
Live from the Valley's News Channel, this is Channel 5 News This Morning.
Hey there, good morning, and thanks for sticking with us right here on Channel 5 News This Morning. I'm Trey Serna.
And I'm Sandra Rodriguez. A major milestone in the race to vaccinate. It comes a month late, but the U.S. has hit President Biden's goal of at least partially vaccinating 70% of all American adults.
Yeah, some good news right there. But some doctors worry that it's actually too late because some hospitals are already running out of ICU beds. Now, in Austin, just 10 ICU beds remain for a population that is of over 2 million. Meanwhile, Louisiana's largest hospital is now out of ICU beds. And get this, some hospitals now seeing a new COVID patient every hour.
There are no more beds left. These are the darkest days of this pandemic. We are no longer giving adequate care to patients.
Well, federal disaster teams are now coming in to help because a lot of staff members are out sick with the virus. The U.S. daily case average that is jumping 532% since mid-June. Texas and Florida account for 1/3 of the country's infections. Meanwhile, here at home, doctors are seeing fully vaccinated people test positive for COVID-19.
And they say people with chronic health conditions make up the majority of those who are fully vaccinated, yet still test positive for the virus.
Bear in mind that their condition is not going to be severe enough that they would need hospitalization. So what we are witnessing is that they have some fatigue, some probably fluctuating fevers. They may or may not lose their sense of smell and taste.
Hidalgo County Health Authority Dr. Ivan Melendez tells us he's seen another interesting angle on the people who are fully vaccinated now testing positive.
If you look at the commonality between all these people that have turned positive, that have been vaccinated, these are the people that were vaccinated in December, January, and February. So we're already starting to see a link. We're already starting to see a link of those people when they were vaccinated.
Doctors say with the confirmation of the Delta variant in the valley, they're recommending anyone with underlying health conditions, vaccinated or unvaccinated, to wear a mask and prioritize social distancing.
And we're looking at some moderate from Rio Grande City and Roma. You need to give yourself some extra time because the heaviest rain right now cutting straight through 83. So your drive to work forecast, yellow light throughout the board. Not everyone's going to get rained on this morning. It's mainly going to be to the west, but a couple of showers and maybe even the spotty storm or two, a possibility. You want to go outside and walk the dog. For the eastern part of the valley, this morning's the time to do it. For the western part of the valley, we got to wait until this afternoon, but even then, yellow paw print throughout the board just because the rain chances, they're going up this afternoon and into this evening. So just how high are those rain chances and who's going to get rained on, I'll let you know coming up in just a bit.
All right, Cecilia, thank you. Well, one of the main organizations helping migrant families after their release from Border Patrol custody is actually looking to expand.
Catholic Charities in McAllen says it will need more room to properly care for the people who need help. Anastasia Bolton has more.
There's no jobs, and if you do work, they rob you and they take your money, and the kids are in danger of being kidnapped and taken, and so all of this urges the family just to leave.
Sister Norma Pimentel has been working with migrant families for years, watching and adjusting to the ebb and flow of people, year to year, month to month, week to week.
My interest and my concern is the families and how they're victims in all of this.
Sister Norma runs the Catholic Respite Center downtown McAllen. She says it can accommodate 1,200 people. It reached capacity last Monday and has been holding steady since. Sister Norma tells us she's working with the city of McAllen to find a suitable property to be able to help more people.
We want to make sure we have the right space to be able to respond correctly.
Before Sister Norma can help them, migrants go through the U.S. Border Patrol, also the keeper of official statistics. The agency says since October of 2020 until now, apprehensions in the Rio Grande Valley sector are up by approximately 529%. Customs and Border Protection says most migrants are expelled under Title 42, a Trump-era rule allowing removal because of the pandemic.
The numbers have been rising.
Jeff Johnston is the assistant city manager in McAllen, working with Sister Norma to find more room for migrants.
The biggest concern that we've got is Title 42. If there are changes to Title 42, all the federal agencies are telling us that we could see dramatically increased numbers. We don't have the capacity for that at present.
Monday afternoon, the CDC extended the use of Title 42. Civil liberties groups are suing the government over its use. In the meantime, people keep coming. Pictures posted on Twitter by Laredo Democratic Congressman Henry Cuellar speak for themselves. With Jose Sanchez in McAllen, I'm Anastasia Bolton.
Well, Congressman Vicente Gonzalez says he's working to get farmers in South Texas reimbursed for property damage caused by migrants crossing over. Now, Gonzalez, along with fellow Valley Representative Henry Cuellar and other Texas representatives, say they hope to secure money from the American Rescue Plan to direct toward farmers. Now, money would go to relieve livestock loss, crop loss, and property losses or damages. Now, the legislation is already endorsed by the Texas Farm Bureau.
Well, let's get you caught up to speed on traffic, but before that, I want to show you where all of the rain is right now. The heaviest rainfall just past that Starr County line. So getting into Hidalgo County, look at the traffic center and put on the road weather index. Where you're seeing the blue, that's where water is actually pooling. Anywhere in the green, that's where roads are wet. So I-69C, both north and southbound, give yourself some extra time. Roads are wet over there. And if you're on 83 in Starr County or getting into Starr County or coming from, you also need to give yourself some extra time. A lot of rain this morning over there, but Harlingen stayed pretty dry. I-69E north and southbound lanes, no slowdowns there, and the same for I-2 east and westbound. So Harlingen to McAllen will take you about 28 minutes. Edinburgh to McAllen about 11 minutes, and then Weslaco to McAllen about 15 minutes this morning. If you have an accident to report, you can always call us 956-968-5555. Be safe out there.
Thank you, Cecilia. Well, thousands of people experienced a travel nightmare Monday when two airlines abruptly canceled hundreds of flights with little notice. ABC's Megan Trevier has the details.
Chaos at airports across the country as hundreds of flights were canceled Monday, leaving passengers stranded. From Cleveland,
this has been the worst weekend ever. It's been a disaster.
To Philadelphia,
something must have happened with Spirit, and it was like all hell broke loose.
To Orlando.
So we're stuck here. Look at all these people that are waiting.
Spirit Airlines canceling nearly 300 flights, more than 1/3 of its scheduled flights, blaming weather and staffing challenges, saying it had to proactively cancel flights to get crews and planes in the right places.
4 hours in line.
You were in line for 4 hours?
4 hours just to get our cancellation.
Frustrated passengers forced to wait in long lines to reschedule.
The line was out the door, down the road, and 3 times, 4 times bigger than this.
Many passengers claiming they received no explanation or warning. In some cases, flights were canceled right before boarding.
As we were waiting to get on the gate to the flight, they, I guess, canceled the flight on us.
American Airlines also canceling flights Monday, 420 of them, saying bad weather in Dallas forced a repositioning of planes and crews. It all comes as a major airlines vow to hire thousands of new workers to help meet the massive spike in travel this summer. Customer service also a challenge. Some travelers have reported wait times of more than 6 hours to speak to someone on the phone. The number of Americans flying continues to soar. The TSA screened a record number of people Sunday, the highest number since the pandemic started. Megan Tavrizian, ABC News, San Diego.
Well, Boeing's Starliner capsule is set for launch later this afternoon. Details still ahead on Channel 5 News this morning.
You're watching the Valley's News Channel with Trey Serna, Sandra Rodriguez, and First Warn 5 weather with meteorologist Cecilia Gutierrez. This is Channel 5 News this morning. The traffic report is supported by J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys.
In an emergency, every second counts, and seeking emergency care, even amidst a pandemic, cannot wait. South Texas Health System's freestanding emergency departments are here for you 24/7, with patient safety always being our top priority. We're taking extra precautions to help keep patients, staff, and our community safe. Safe, trusted, ready. South Texas Health System, defining healthcare.
Attention! Have you or a loved one suffered from maculopathy, a serious retinal injury, after taking the prescription drug Elmiron for interstitial cystitis or bladder pain syndrome? In 2018, a researcher at the Emory School of Medicine linked Elmiron, a prescription drug that treats interstitial cystitis or bladder pain syndrome, to maculopathy, which is sight-threatening and can cause an abrupt change of vision. Call Elmiron Justice for a free legal consultation.
Please call 800-926-5943.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K-3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
We know when it comes to your land, you take pride in your work. At Rockin' Lucille, we take that pride and offer only the best.
Come check out our new line of MT2 tractors from 25 to 50 horsepower. 4-wheel drive, quick attached front end loaders with skid steer compatible bucket, shuttle shift, and hydrostatic transmissions. 6-year warranty. It's the tractor you've been searching for. More tractor, less money.
Come in and let us save you a bucket full of money.
Dare to compare before you buy.
Now, First Warn 5 weather with meteorologist Cecilia Gutierrez.
Well, 6:43 this morning, and still sticking with a moderate to heavy rainfall as the morning goes on, especially in Starr County. But the good news, there's some clearing behind this. So these are slow movers, and that's why you have those flood advisories, because within this group, you have those cells that will bring you those brief heavy downpours. But because they're slow movers, the brief heavy downpours turns into 1, 2 brief heavy downpours, even 3, 4 at times. So again, these flood advisories in effect until 8:15 this morning, and the heaviest rain right now just past that Starr County line, getting into Citrus City, Mission, Alton, Palmhurst, you guys really early this morning got the first round of this, and it looks like the second round will be heading toward you within the next 45 minutes to an hour. Looking like it's going to die down just a little bit, and Starr County starting to get some relief with the clearing behind this. But notice Edinburgh starting to get a couple of cells, and so is the McAllen area, especially the southern part of McAllen. And this is why that stationary front just continuing to stay over us. Stationary, it's not moving. It doesn't want to go anywhere, giving us just enough convergence, just enough instability for us to pop up those showers and storms. Look at Sky 5 Weslaco, a lot of cloud cover out there. The cloud cover is not going to stick around throughout the entire day. Already off to a warm start, but because the cloud cover doesn't stick around, we start to mix in some sunshine, and when that happens, we heat right back up into the mid to upper 90s. But notice the rain chance sticking around. So the rain sticking around with the heat, with the humidity. By 5 p.m. about a 40% chance of rain, and the thunderstorm forecast also going up by that hour. So between 3 and 7 p.m. in scattered category, and then right back to numerous by this evening and into tonight. Factor in the heat index or factor in that humidity, you still get that heat index value in the triple digits. So 108 degrees at times is what it's going to feel like, especially by 3 and 4 p.m. So don't let the rain this morning fool you. Once we start to mix in the sunshine, once we start to add the humidity into the mix, that's when we start to get those feels like temperatures in the triple digits. Your drive to work forecast, yellow light throughout the board because of the rain, and future track suggesting that by 9 a.m. we are mostly clear and staying that way until daytime heating. By 2 p.m. starting to spread out in coverage with the rain. By 3 starting to see those bullseyes. So this is when we can start to expect those brief heavy downpours, the strong thunderstorms, but it's really where we need to look out to the west and the southwest by 5, even into 6 and 7 p.m. for those strong storms to pop up and the minor street flooding to start to occur, especially by 8 p.m. But future track suggesting that most of the heavy stuff will stay to the south of us. So flash flood threat, Starr County under that marginal risk. You guys, scale of 1 to 4 in the lowest category possible. But because of that, we need to look out for the locally heavy rainfall, the strong storms causing that flooding, that nuisance flooding, especially in low-lying areas. This isn't the only day. We need to watch out into tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. The chance for showers and storms sticks around, and then this weekend, mainly dry conditions. So we'll continue tracking that for you. That's your First Warn 5 AccuWeather forecast.
If you would like to be a part of the KRGV team, we are currently seeking applicants for an experienced broadcasting IT technician. Applicants must be able to operate and maintain networking equipment, servers, broadcasting equipment, and satellites, have knowledge of broadcast video and audio systems, work and communicate well under pressure. At least 2 years of experience is needed and bilingual is preferred. Visit our website KRGV.com. Look for jobs under the Connect With Us tab. KRGV is an equal opportunity employer.
The sun is out and the beach is open. Time to dive into a new, I said return to. Looks like Paradise is back. Bachelor in Paradise, season premiere Monday, August 16th on ABC.
Your RGV-FC Toros are back at HEB Park and ready to take on San Antonio FC. Join us Sunday, August 8th at 7:30 p.m. for an action-packed night sponsored by Puma. The first 500 fans get a free Puma Rally towel. Arrive early for pregame happy hour deals at the 360 Bar. Enjoy $3 beers and margaritas on the rocks, plus $10 tacos and tequila and $3 loaded potato wedges. It's great food and great fun for the whole family with the Toros at HEB Park. Get your tickets at rgvfc.com or at the HEB Park box office. Vamos Toros!
I was nearly killed by a tractor trailer. I was unconscious in the ICU. I had to have 6 major surgeries for fractures and bleeding all over my body. My children remember to call the Fours. Jeff Davis came to my aid personally. When my case settled, I received $1.75 million. When you call the Fours are with you.
So if you've been in a car or truck wreck, call me at 444-4444. That's 956-444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
Hey there, welcome back. Well, another big launch today, but this time in Florida.
It seems like everyone's in space these days.
I know, right?
Well, NASA and Boeing set to relaunch the Starliner crew capsule on an unmanned test mission to the International Space Station. ABC's Trevor Olt has the details.
On our way to space with our first human crew.
Space is back in the spotlight.
Oh, I love it.
Here, catch. Billionaires Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos blasting off in their private spacecrafts. Now Boeing takes center stage at Kennedy Space Center. The Starliner set for liftoff, the company's second chance to prove it can safely carry a crew to the International Space Station after December's launch failed to reach orbit.
And liftoff, the rise of Starliner.
No humans will be on the test flight. Instead, they'll take measurements with a test mannequin aptly named Rosie the Rocketeer. If the mission's successful, astronaut Mike Fink is assigned to the first crewed Starliner flight.
From the engineering side, a capsule is really an economic way to go. The purpose of commercial crew program, whether it's a Dragon or a Starliner, is to get us safely up to the International Space Station and back.
Flying with him will be astronaut Nicole Mann, who tells us this year's slate of space launches will open the door for the future.
This has been a very exciting year, and so we're seeing low Earth orbit open up to people other than NASA astronauts.
NASA Administrator Bill Nelson says so far everything is clear for the launch. They just need the weather conditions to cooperate.
Well, this is Florida, and it's summertime, and we usually have afternoon rain. So hopefully we'll be spared that.
Whenever the weather cooperates and Starliner can launch, assuming everything goes according to plan, it should take about a day to reach and dock at the International Space Station. Trevor Ault, ABC News, Kennedy Space Center, Florida.
When we come back, a final look at your headlines and forecasts.
That's right. Keep it here. We'll be back in just 2 minutes.
You don't have to chase after us. At KRGV, we're offering 0% financing for 72 months on a new AC system for your home. Call KRGV today and breathe easy with KRGV.
Why do you doubt yourself? You've thought about this before, but is it you holding yourself back? Or is it the voices of others telling you what you should do? How dare you doubt yourself? Follow your dreams and persist. Learn more at STC.
My husband was killed in a car accident while he was on the job. The job didn't want to take responsibility for it and help me. I called the force because of the ads I saw on television. Jeff and his team started helping me right away. Jeff settled my case and I received a confidential amount. Although the money won't bring my husband back, it did allow me to take care of my kids now that he's gone.
So if you've been in a car or truck wreck, call me at 444-4444. That's 956-444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
Millions of people deal with obesity and face unfair weight bias every day.
You're not the right fit for this job.
Weight bias is harmful, not helpful. Our words and actions matter. Learn more about weight bias and how to help end it. Visit stopweightbias.com.
Let's work together to stop weight bias today. You don't have to chase after us. At KRGV, we're offering 0% financing for 72 months on a new AC system for your home. Call KRGV today and breathe easy with KRGV.
Well, the search is on this morning for a hit-and-run driver who allegedly killed a pregnant woman and her unborn baby. Now, this happened in Edinburgh Sunday night near Economides High School. Now, DPS tells us that 18-year-old Lorena Perez ran into some car trouble. She was on the side of the road filling up her car when a pickup truck slammed into her and another woman. Now, that woman survived, but Perez and her unborn baby died at the hospital.
Now take a look at your screen. This is not the suspect's truck, but it's similar to the one authorities are looking for. It's a light gold Chevy Silverado. It'll likely have a broken front right bumper, headlamp, and a broken passenger side mirror. If you have any information, please call DPS at 956-565-7600.
And a disaster declaration now in effect in Hidalgo County. Judge Richard Cortez signed it yesterday in response to the threat of COVID-19 positive migrants crossing the border. Cortez says this order targets migrants who are in the country legally seeking asylum but are being released by immigration officials in quote-unquote high volumes. Now the declaration is in effect until Sunday, but we're told it could be extended.
In Cameron County, Judge Eddie Trevino has not issued a disaster declaration, but he is calling on the Biden administration to improve the removal process of migrants who don't qualify for asylum. The judge, along with the Texas Border Coalition, appealing directly to Homeland Security Secretary for help. They're also calling on Border Patrol to work with local communities and humanitarian support organizations.
And we're still waiting to see what a federal judge decides to do regarding Governor Greg Abbott's executive order. It would allow state police to stop drivers suspected of transporting migrants. On Monday, the Biden administration asked a federal judge in El Paso to block the order. We'll let you know as soon as the decision is announced.
Let's take one last look at that forecast. We still have that moderate to heavy rainfall in the Starr County area and the western part of Hidalgo County. Now, the good news is Starr County, you're going to start to get some relief within the next 30 minutes or so. These showers and storms starting to move out of the area. And what's going on is it's starting to weaken just a bit, but this group still has some pockets of heavy rainfall. And that's why we have those flood advisories until 8:15 this morning for the southeastern part of Starr County and then the southwestern part of Hidalgo County. But notice also the lightning starting to die down just a little bit, and when that lightning starts to die down, that gives us a pretty good indication that this cell starting to die down with it. I have it paused right here at the 6 a.m. hour, and this is paused to show you where those pockets are. So notice just scattered about, but if you need to travel on 83, one of these heavy pockets right over you right now. So give yourself some extra time. As far as that flash flood threat, Starr County under the marginal risk. Scale of 1 to 4, this is a 1, so we're in the very lowest category with this, but still being under that flash flood threat, under that marginal risk. We need to watch out for those brief heavy downpours. Your drive to work forecast, a yellow light throughout the board because of the spotty showers, maybe even the rumble of thunder or two and the brief heavy downpours, and we're going to keep that yellow light throughout the early part of the afternoon. So the showers, the storms, a possibility today as the day goes on, even throughout this morning. But the eastern part of the valley, Cameron, Willacy County, the eastern part of Hidalgo County, you guys have stayed mainly dry this morning, and that should be the trend. Now, if you do get a shower or two, it won't be as long-lived as the one we're seeing in Starr County right now. But mainly this all four categories on the board today. Now, within the next couple of days, we need to keep the umbrella around because the rain chance sticking around throughout the rest of your work week. So we'll take one last look at traffic. And again, this is where the rain is falling right now, Starr County and into Hidalgo County, but starting to die down. Look at the road weather index where you're seeing the blue shading. That's where water is starting to pool. So around 83, the La Victoria area, La Jolla, Rio Grande City, seeing a little bit of a slowdown there. Big picture, no major slowdowns. Head down to Brownsville. It's been pretty dry over there. I-69E north and southbound lanes, no major slowdowns. So guys, I would grab the umbrella, keep it around, and it's one of those days where we need to be weather aware.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say the moral of the forecast today is to be weather aware and pack the umbrella.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, good to know. Thank you, Cecilia, and thank you for joining us. We'll be back at 7:25 with more news and weather. Until then, have a good one.
Take care, everyone.
Be safe.
Closed captioning brought to you by Channel 5 and Clark Chevrolet McAllen.
When someone asks me why I represent injured people, I'm reminded of my father. He instilled in me to always stand up for others and for what is just. I'm Alex Begum, the Law Giant, and it is my honor to fight for the justice that you deserve.
You have cancer. Sure wasn't expecting that. Not with these two. But my team at Texas Oncology has been right there for me. They said my family is a huge part of my treatment plan. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Right here is where I want to be. I'll see you in the morning.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-372-3015 to receive your free Carefree Dental Card information kit.
Set yourself apart with the style of a 2021 GMC Terrain for just $31,995 or save with 0 for $72, available on select GMC SUVs.